on, you amazing people, and welcome to your favorite self-help channel on YouTube with your host, Jacob Paulo. Tonight we're going to talk about sleep, rest, and recovery. How they all fundamentally come together as one whole being. You think they're separate, but they ain't. You can rest, and you can sleep. And you can recover. You recover when you're asleep. You recover when you're resting. And now, if you're an athlete or you're starting out in your fitness career, or if you just want to be healthier, you have to understand when your maximum growth is happening and your maximum recovery is happening, it is when you're sleeping and resting. So you got to get plenty of it. The more that you push your body physically is the more you're going to need to rest and sleep to recover. Your muscles grow when you're asleep. That's why it's important when you go to sleep to have protein before you go to bed. Nice to have a protein shake and have that slow release protein in your system, whether you have it through supplements or you have it through main meals. You do that so it slowly releases throughout your sleep, because that's when you grow. Now guys, having naps is so good for you. When you go through this process, you'll find yourself tired because your body is actually using all of its life, its energy, its everything to regenerate, heal, and get hypertrophy, which is growing muscles from torn muscles. When you do chest, you do any exercise and you hit it hard and you hit it good and you hit it deep, your muscles are going to be sore because your muscles have been torn. But what happens is you get hypertrophy, which is your muscles are torn. You go from a place of your body's like, holy shit, what just happened? I'm going to have to adapt and become bigger, better, stronger, faster, and last longer. So that's what your body's going to go boom, and it's going to get bigger, stronger, faster, and last longer. Now this is what's important to you, is you do this. Your body does this for you. You don't have to ask it, it's going to do it for you. So you're just going to naturally feel more fatigued. You're going to feel like you're drained more. And what a lot of people fall into the trap is they're unmotivated because they're tired, because they're not adding in the supplements that your body's going to need more. It's like you're now having a child in your biceps or wherever, your legs or whatever it is. Your body's going to take more nutrients, protein, and everything out of your body. So you're going to have to eat for two. Just like having a child when you're pregnant, if you're a woman, obviously not when you're a man. But that's what's going to happen, and people get discouraged when this happens because they're fatigued and they're constantly drained and they fall into depression. They get unmotivated because of it, because they're just not adding what they need to add to the system. It's just your body's used to 90% of the people on earth are doing the wrong thing. They're not eating nutritiously, they're not sleeping properly, they're not resting and recovering. So then they go into a fitness regime, they try to change their lives, they get their fitness goals, and then they hit a complete wall because they run out of juice. One, usually because people aren't motivated, inspired from a soul level. They're not running from a vibrational frequency which will get you to the finish line. They're on a superficial egoic level. They're not deeply dedicated, they're not deeply disciplined. They will give up whenever it hurts. The ego brain is stronger than the soul and the body's desire to be healthy and strong and last forever. So, and another bad thing that people end up doing is they overstimulate their body and they burn out their adrenal glands. And then they hit the wall twice as hard and can't be bothered doing anything. They prefer to Netflix and chill instead of disciplining themselves to do it. They have the supplements they need and the vitamins that their body's going to take from them. And they eat the meals, they eat nutritiously to supplement what is going out of you and to fuel this machine. You're going to put crap in your engine, you blow your engine up, burn out, and feel like shit. People are addicted to supplements. And guys, when I say supplement, there's two different variations of supplement. The supplement is to supplement what your body already produces and for a greater capacity. You know what I mean? You're adding an extra fuel tank, you're adding an extra source because you're doing extra runs, you're going further. So you've got to build that, you've got to put that nutrition into you, and that's what a supplement does. If you can't get it through your meals, you're going to get it through your supplements, and that's what they're good for, the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins, all of the healthy stuff. There's the negative supplements. They're the stimulations. You know what I mean? There's two different types of energy. There's a stimulant energy which takes from you. It doesn't add to you. You take it, you get high, but it burns out your internals, it burns out your adrenal glands. It's bad for you. It damages your liver and your internals. And then there is actual fuel source that you put into your body that generates fuel. Ego burns out and takes everything from you and destroys you, and soul food, you know what I mean? Which forever fuels you and fuels everyone else around you. So there's two types. There's your fuel source that will last and actually make you there. And that's where people go, oh, coffee over tea. But yet, green tea has more caffeine in it than coffee, but people are addicted to coffee because coffee gives you a stimulation. We're addicted to stimulation. We're addicted to getting a high from something. That's why this whole epidemic of pre-workouts and energy drinks and stuff like that, people are addicted to energy, to getting that, except they don't want to internally create it. They want to externally get the juice that hit, and then they fall and crash and feel 10 times worse and destroy their body, but that's okay. But you have green tea, guys, and you have the same amount. But do you know why it's different? Because you can't tell that you're not in a high state. You're in a clear, focused state, but you just don't get tired. There's no crash, there's no come down. But if you take supplements and pre-workouts and stimulants, you're gonna peak and crash and burn. Same thing with illegal drugs and so on and so forth. That's why alcohol, hangover, come downs from illegal drugs, the same principle. You're taking from you and destroying yourself. Bloody LSD makes your brain bleed, for crying out loud. It destroys you instead of being the source of the energy. So you want to take a pre-workout and go have a hardcore workout and you think you're going to kick ass? So you want to get an external, I feel good, I feel buffed, but you're internally stripping yourself dry. When the only stimulant you need is in here. You go external instead of going internal, and you burn yourself out and you treat yourself like shit. Why wouldn't you go for the soulful thing? Why wouldn't you learn discipline? Why wouldn't you learn dedication? Why won't you build the willpower inside of yourself? Why don't you take control instead of being a slave and say, this is it. It is 1,000 reps, people. 10 sets of 100, let's go. And I'm not stopping, in an hour, that's my dedication. I'm gonna smash it. I'm gonna hold a squat. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna pulse. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care how many times a brain says, I can't, I'm not good enough, quit because it hurts, blah, 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 all the bullshit. Why is that more powerful than your soul telling you that's it, it's done? And this just happens. You make it happen. You earn your sleep. Now that's me. I don't care what time it is. I remember the other day, I just finished editing 5,000 words, recorded a video, edited a video. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm out in the yard with 40 kilo concrete on my shoulder, lunge walking, doing my squats in the pitch black with my dogs around me, in the pitch black of Brazil in the mountains, boys and girls. That is dedication. I miss my workout. It's legs day. It's Friday. But I'm awake until 5 a.m. and I'm like, my video's edited and I'm waiting for it to just finish uploading. I got time. Let's go work out. I earn my sleep. And I earn my sleep every single day. Just like you should. You are better. And you can be better if you choose to be better, but to do that, you must do things that will make you better. It's not like you have to build the willpower. You have to build this stuff. Confidence, discipline, self-belief, dedication, and drive is all developed over repetitions and sets over a period of time of doing something. You go to the gym, even if you go to the gym for 8 hours, you're not going to look any different and you're not going to be any different. You sort of have to do this in faith. But if you continue going to the gym, at least just 10 minutes of an intensive workout, 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, and that little bit of 10 minutes a day makes a big difference. So you don't do it because you see and gratification. Same thing with energy. You put energy in you, not because you want to feel the high, you are the high. You create that longevity. Eat healthy, train healthy, and rest and recover. Now guys, if you go off and just chillax, go ground yourself in some grass, go sit in some nature, put your feet in the dirt, in the ocean, stand in the rain, sit under a tree. That's gonna give you energy, that's gonna ground you, that's gonna recharge your batteries, that's gonna focus you. That is going to be so good for your soul food. You can sit there and you can meditate. Meditating for 20 minutes is better than going to have a sleep. Yeah, you get the same energy boost. You get the recharge. Guess what else, guys? If you go and have a nap, like about 30 to an hour, over an hour, and you doze down, but you are going to be so much more productive. You're going to be so much more focused, so much more driven. You have so much more energy. And guess what? If you're like me, and you're an artist and an entrepreneur, it is the best thing for you. Learn to shut down, power nap, recharge, kick ass. You're more creative, you're more focused, you're more driven. You create, problem solving is 1,000,000 times faster. You pivot like this, there's not a problem. There, all right, let's step around it and move around. Let's keep going. I'm a seasoned entrepreneur. I've been a mentor 3 times at Google Startup Weekends. I was the first person to run a fitness camp inside of a Google Startup Weekend. The first person in the world. If you don't know what this is, Google it. Guys, you gotta understand, it's not about just having the caffeine. You go and exercise, you stretch, you eat healthy. Guys, they're all sitting there eating pizza. I'm like, I have a banana. Like, why? Because you're not going to have a crash after eating pizza and tired. You're going to be stimulated and motivated and soul fed. And you're going to do better. Yeah, that's right. So in these times of doing Google Startup Weekends, it's just crucial for me to teach these people this. I run a camp. Okay, everyone, let's have a break. Let's do some stretching. Let's do some exercise. Let's get the blood pumping. Let's get the endorphins going. Let's get our brain focused, our posture happening. Have water, have some fruit, have some good nutrients. And guess what? They kick ass. If you go off into the corporate world and Google how much the difference is between a group of people who don't do this and do this, the production rate and the productivity in that company is astronomically higher than not doing it. Companies come and pay us and hire me as a personal trainer to go in there and a motivational speaker and stuff like that, to go in there and actually pump them up, get them motivated, get their productivity so high that they are absolutely decimating their expectations. They are reaching ultra heights because their employees are actually getting the soul food that they need. Why would you do anything different? You sit there and you're on Facebook and boring shit instead of doing the things that you need to do when you need to do them. Rest, recover, grow. Guys, it's so essential. Now, if you are a night owl like me, you're going to get a kick about midnight. That's when you're going to boost. That's when you hit NOS, man. That's when you turbo and you hit maximum RPM because you get your second wind at night. Now, guys, if you need to sleep, go to sleep before midnight because at midnight you're going to get that boost and it's going to be hard for you to sleep. Every single hour after midnight, you're going to need twice as much sleep to recover. Just understand that. You're going to need twice as much sleep, okay? Now for me, I'm awake until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning because I never stop working. My nights are my most productive times. I understand that. I have to work around that. I have to supplement myself. I have to make my days productive. I have to make my whole time more productive because I'm a night owl. Yes, I have to dedicate time to my family, to my wife, to my kids. By the way, my kids are dogs. You know what I mean? But know who you are. Don't try and hurt yourself to be something that you're not and because someone else is. They're like, early bird gets a worm. Yeah, but the late worm misses all the birds. You know what I mean? The early bird gets the worm, but the late worm gets all the opportunities. It's just different. Understand it's not, you don't have to be awake in the morning. You don't have to be awake at 6 a.m. Yes, it's good for you, and if that works for you, do that. But understand it's okay to not be that sort of person, as long as you're productive at night. So, get your 8 hours or whatever it is, but it's not really about that. It's about hitting that RM, that deep sleep, where you fully rest, you fully recover, and then you're most productive when you wake up. Do your routine before you go to bed. Do your gratitude. Set your intentions. Have your water. Meditate. Breathe. When you go to wake up, boom. Don't move. Become centered with the universe. Feel it. Breathe. Do your breath, set your intentions, visualize, do your gratitude, jump out of bed every morning. I don't care how sore I am, from training or like just ow, I jump out of bed. No matter how tired I am, I make sure I jump out of bed and I greet the day. I do my sun salutation stretches, you know what I mean? You get that happening. I fast until at least 12 hours of the day, you know what I mean? I make that shit happen. If you don't make it happen, nothing will ever happen for you. You have to stop being so lazy. You have to believe in yourself. The laziness only comes because you don't believe in yourself. It's because you're not in control of yourself. You're a slave. You can't do what you want to do when you want to do it. You can't not do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. So why would you want to do anything? You're just going to fail anyway. It's just going to hurt. But I swear to you, make the habits. Your best habit you will ever learn, you'll ever master in your life is making new habits and sticking to them. That's what my whole life program is all about. Yeah, that's it. We override the whole system to create the most efficient system. Do what serves you and no longer do what doesn't serve you, the greater good of you. So tonight, go to bed being proud of yourself. That's another thing. That's why I was explaining my 3 a.m. lunge walks and squats in the middle of the dark. It's because I earned my sleep and I was proud of what I did. I didn't leave it to the next day because it didn't happen. I'm doing it now, so tomorrow I'm proud. Tomorrow I'm better. I do it now because now is the only time that I will ever have. And you don't know when your last now is. So you might as well get it done now until 10 years go past and you wish, I wish I did it back then. Don't be that. Don't regret. Don't wish. Make it happen. Wishes come true when you wish and you go, no, there's no fairy godmother. I'm going to make this shit happen today. I'm going to stop. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to set my intentions. I'm going to set my goals. I'm going to set the plan and I'm going to put my plan into action. I might not know the step to get there, but I will become the man that gets there. Or woman, whoever. That is it. You must become the person who receives it. You must understand that you grow into this. The bigger the goal, the better you'll become. And in the end, it doesn't really matter if you get to the goal and it's not as great as you think it was going to be. Guess what? You're going to be so much better than you were when you started. It doesn't matter if it takes 10 years. At the end of that 10 years, cool, goal, whatever. That's brilliant. But the person you're going to become, the person you'll be, you won't be able to recognize yourself. You'll be so proud of yourself. You'll be able to do things that you never could do. You understand? So it's not really about the destination, it's about the person that you become along the way. So don't get disheartened because it's hard. Just get harder. That's my philosophy. I don't care how hard it gets. I'm going to get harder. I'm an unstoppable force and an unmovable object. That is the mantra that I tell myself. I understand the world. And I understand myself. I am the ship. I am the captain. I am the GPS. I am the whole system. But if one of me goes to sleep, we're going to go around the ocean and hope we're going to hit something. How are you going to get to where you are, to where you want to be, or choose to be, if you do not be present in that moment? Present. Presence is consciousness. If you do not set your destination, you're never going to get where you want to go, only by complete pure luck. And would you like to leave it up to luck? Or would you like to actually make it happen? Your call. It's all in your hands. There's people who have been teaching this stuff since the beginning of time. I'm teaching it in my way. There's millions of us teaching it in their way. There's no excuses anymore. We have the internet. We have YouTube. Guys, yes, you can go spend $10,000 on a life program. But you can get started today. These videos are for you for free. There's all of us. You can go spend 20, 30 bucks and buy a book. You can go download an Audible if you can't read. That's what I did. I couldn't read, but I was determined to learn and grow. You know what I mean? You can do it. Just listen to audiobooks. And then I taught myself how to read. And now, my first book I read, Conversation with God, Neale Donald Walsch. Hello. Thank you for writing that. That was my first book. You can do this. It doesn't matter how hard or the fact that you might not understand. You probably don't understand quantum physics. You probably don't understand the theory of relativity. You probably don't understand crazy complex maths. I don't. Not at all. A little bit of quantum physics and theory of relativity. But you can learn. We all learn. So don't go off and say it's all bullshit or whatever and basically make an excuse for to not do something just because you don't know it. Don't diss it before you try it. And guys, learn. It's complex. It's confusing. And that's why I'm trying to make it so simple. I'm trying to humanize the most difficult and unexplainable thing on earth. This is unexplainable. It's uncomprehendable. Words, simple words, have not evolved to a level to explain the complexity and depth which this is. But I'm doing my best. I find it better to lead by example. You know what I mean? So, like always guys, look after yourself, look after each other. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Leave a comment of what you're struggling with, and I swear to you the next video will be yours. Hit that subscribe, thumbs up, hit that bell notification, share it on social media, guys. Come join my campaign to change the world positively. Like always, I'll see you in the next video.